Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys are watching this video, this is the fourth video I've made tonight, and it's pretty much us reacting to 8 things you seriously shouldn't say to a German. I'm curious because I've seen a lot of these videos, and I want to see if I learned something new, because there's a lot of things I know you can't say to a German, but I wonder if any of these 8 things I already knew. So if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. A lot of you guys are probably like, oh my God, James, you make so much German-related content. Why? Well, I've never been to Germany. I want to go to Germany, eventually live in Germany, but I've never gone. I'm teaching myself Germany. Oh my God, I sound terrible. That was horrible. I'm teaching myself German through memes and what have you, and I'm also learning about the culture. So that's a brief breakdown of the channel. If you guys are new, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. You already know we post videos every single day in case you guys didn't know. And let's go ahead and dive nose deep into this thing, see exactly what we're working with. And if you guys want to watch the original video without my commentary, you already know where to look in the description, top link. Let's go. And why is the volume always so low? That's what I want to know. Anyways, boom.
This happened to me today and I can't believe it, and I just wish I had have said this, and this, but I didn't because I'm always just too chicken.
Dang. I love her intro though. Her intro is so crazy. I love it.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, Life in Germany. If you haven't been here before, my name is Jenna. I am a Canadian who has been living here in Germany since 2014. And
I forgot.
These years, I've definitely had my fair share.
I hate how I try to like hit the like button, and then YouTube is like, "Would you like to unsubscribe?" No, I don't want to unsubscribe. Guys, go subscribe to her channel before you get started. Seriously, subscribe. I can't believe it does that. I try to just press a button, like enter, and then it pops like, "Would you like to unsubscribe?" No, YouTube, I don't want to unsubscribe. She's awesome, man. I'm not sure if you guys have seen her other videos before, but she's very informative. So this is going to be a very interesting video.
Saying things that I shouldn't have said to a German, or perhaps not even saying anything at all, because I find that as a Canadian, we tend to hold back our anger or our frustration, and we don't really speak up and explain or talk about a situation.
Oh, I actually did. So I feel like America is like the middle of all that. So you got Germans brutally fucking honest, like y'all don't give a damn. You're like, it is what it is, my guy. America's like, it kind of is what it is, but I'll be a little nice about it. And Canadians are like, I'll just be nice. Don't worry, it's my bad. I'm sorry for something that you did.
And it's upsetting us. And yesterday was the first day that I actually finally stood up for myself and was like, yes, you know, like I did it. I'm generally not a negative person. I don't complain. If something bugs me, I usually, like many Canadians, just bottle it up and don't talk about it.
I'm the same way though. I'm the same way.
And I'm in bed with my husband and I'm just like, you know, this happened to me today and I can't believe it, and I just wish I had have said this, and this, but I didn't.
Yo, it's crazy. I'm the same way to an extent, like stuff like that, like, because I feel like, you know, I'm a firm believer in pick and choose your battles. So someone could say some horrendous stuff, and then I kind of just let it slide because I'm like, it's not even worth arguing over, man. It's not even worth like boiling up my blood pressure. So I kind of just let it slide. Because thing is, I also realized, well, in my family, high blood pressure is a thing. And honestly, the lower my blood pressure, the better. So if I don't let things get to me, then it ultimately helps my health. And I just feel better. But yeah, I don't know if anybody else can relate, but I see where she's coming from. That makes a lot of sense.
Always just too chicken. I'm just too chicken. I can't do it for some reason. Before I explain the story, if you like my videos or you're excited to watch this one, please support me, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. So the other day we were looking for flooring because we are in the middle of renovating our house. And we decided to support a local company here that sells parquet. And we went in, and because of Corona, of course, they have many restrictions. We called 2 times in advance to make sure it was okay. Because when you're spending thousands of euros on putting new flooring into a house, of course, I'm not going to just leave it up to my husband to make that decision.
True, that's a lot of money. Consult your spouse, you know what I'm saying?
Wanted to make that decision. And because of COVID, you know, my son is not always in daycare, so we had to bring him with us. And we went in the morning, so it was relatively empty in this very, very large store.
Cool.
And they, of course, have restrictions, so they're allowed a certain number of customers in a certain square meter perimeter.
Oh,
and
I kind of see where this is going, man. I see where this is going. Okay.
They were just super pissed off that we were taking up 3 spaces instead of 1 space. So this guy just went on and on and on about how we weren't supposed to bring 3 people and we should have thought about it before.
Oh, nah. I already see where this is going, because I would have snapped on the dude. I would have snapped on the guy. I'm like, excuse me, shut the fuck up.
And this is not okay, and now we're taking up space for paying customers. Meanwhile, there's customers walking in with 2 people buying screws, like, you know, like a €5 box of screws. But
and they're about to spend a bag.
I wasn't allowed to bring my son in. So anyway, long story short, this video has not been made to complain, but I stood up for myself and I was really proud of myself. And then I started thinking, what have I said, perhaps in English when I first got here, that I shouldn't perhaps said? And what have I learned over the course of living here over the last 7 years about how to speak or to communicate with Germans? So here it goes. The most obvious one is when speaking about World War II or the Holocaust, I like to tell people when they first come here, you know, if you can, just don't talk about it at all, because
I've heard on the contrary, actually. So I've seen a lot of videos that say, okay, obviously don't talk about World War II, don't talk about all that good stuff. Blah, blah, blah. I feel like you can talk about it. You just need to have a mature discussion about it, you know? Obviously don't understand that, but I feel like because at first I was under the impression, like she said, just don't talk about it at all. But I feel like in the German education system, you guys have been at least educated that that was a horrible situation that happened back then and whatnot, and people can talk about it. They're like, hey, like, I mean, we're open to talking about it, but you gotta take the conversation serious. You can't say ignorant things about it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to have a conversation about something like that, you might want to have a mature conversation instead of, like, you know, cracking jokes and you know, maybe poking fun at a situation as serious as that. Because I feel like that's where the hey, just avoid it altogether kind of comes in, because if you don't take it serious, you might find yourself 6 feet under the ground. You know what I'm saying? No, but y'all let me know if that was accurate or not, because I did see in my comment section from a video I reacted to like 2 years ago, someone kind of elaborate on that. And I've also had a lot of chats with a lot of you guys in Discord, and the same thing. I'm like, oh, so you can't talk about World War II at all? I mean, I found World War II history to be very interesting, because so much was going on at one time, and even now I'm learning new things about what happened then. It's like a huge, like, ball of wax of shit that was just happening at the same fucking time. And everybody knows about Germany's role in World War II, but I don't think a lot of people know about the other things going on at the exact same time during that time frame. So I feel like you can have a discussion about it. It just has to be mature. Your mind has to be in the right spot. But like I said, you guys let me know in the comments down below, because I could be wrong. Maybe just don't bring it up at all. But I feel like, obviously, for a conversation starter, you don't just go to Germany. So yeah, World War II, crazy, right? Nah, bro, you don't start off a conversation like that. But whatever let's say the conversation does trickle in that direction, have a mature conversation, and I think you'll be good. Just don't say anything ignorant.
Don't think that it's going to help anyone if you bring up this subject. But what I really want to say is, you're in Germany, so there is no room for joking about anything regarding World War II, Holocaust, or Hitler. And you might be thinking to yourself, especially as a German, who would joke about this? You know, like, I don't understand. Does this even exist? Well, in North America, if there's any North Americans watching,
we tell jokes all the time. All the time.
Definitely know that there are a certain number of jokes in North America about this. I don't joke about it. I'm not saying that anybody I know jokes about it, but I do know that jokes do exist, and these should not be brought with you to Germany. But then there's the more common ones that maybe you wouldn't actually necessarily think about if you haven't lived in Germany before. And number one would definitely be the topic of money. This is something that I find they keep very, very much private.
Oh, shit. I guess that makes sense. I have heard this before as well, but that's been a point that's only been touched on. Like, oh, don't talk about money with people. Very interesting. Are people I mean, I know it's personal information and stuff like that, so people don't want to reveal how much they make. But is there a particular reason why, she's about to explain it, but for all my people, all my viewers watching, is there a particular reason why you guys don't like talking about money? Because I feel like here that's common. We talk about money all the time. Like, oh my God, I wish I made more than $1,000 every 2 weeks or something like that. Because, my rent is, $1,400 or something like that, and we talk about money freely here, man. We don't care. But I feel like in Germany it's a lot more conservative and stuff like that. I don't know. I wonder why. Let me know in the comments.
So that's telling them how much you pay in rent, how much you make in your job, or even Elterngeld, for example, which is the money from the government that you get when you're on maternity or paternity leave.
Ooh,
or even
I feel like people get jealous. I feel like my dad told me when I was little, the two things you don't want to talk about are, the three things: money, religion, and politics. Don't talk about them with people for the most part, and you'll avoid a lot of conflicts. But I feel like money is a subject you can talk about here a lot easier than Germany, for sure.
I don't know, like Kindergeld, so how much money you're getting per month from the government or from the Jugendamt to support your children. Anything regarding money, man. I would really be careful if I'm talking about it or if you're talking about it, because usually I'd say 99% of the time, people here in Germany don't talk money unless it's within their immediate family or their very, very close friends. Calling someone by their first name is something that you have to be very, very careful with.
Really?
Of course, we've got du and we've got sie here in Germany. And du and sie are basically a formal and informal way of addressing someone.
Yep.
So, of course, if you're going to be...
Yeah, I know. I heard about this too, man. If you address someone with du, which is mostly what I know, I don't really know a lot of z, man. I haven't learned the super formal ways of saying things, so I got to be careful. Then people might look at me cross-eyed. They're like, what did you say? My bad.
Them in the formal way of sie, which is perhaps to a colleague or to a superior, whether that's your boss or someone who is older than you or somebody who you really respect, who's not perhaps in your family or your circle of friends. You usually use the formal version of sie. This is similar in the fact that you wouldn't necessarily address someone with their first name, I'd say, unless you ask them ahead of time if that's okay. I also find that even in the workplace, sometimes people are like on a friend-to-friend basis and they're still saying like Frau Davis or something like that rather than saying, hey Jenna,
Bro, no, I'm about to keep it as informal as possible with you guys. I hope you guys know that if I see you, I'm gonna ask you for your first name, not your last name, bro. We're not on a last name, but that's weird, bro. Call me James. Don't call me Bray, the freak. I'll be like, ugh. Now people call me Bray because y'all know I'm in the military. We go by last names in the military, but y'all can call me James. The fuck, like you don't gotta call me Bray. Bray sound weird, bro. I mean, Bray is cool. That's why we got Bray Gang. You know what I'm saying? But you can call me by my first name. I just felt like James is a common name, so there's a billion Jameses. There's not that many Brays. So if you call me Bray, I understand because it's Bray.
Come with me for a second. I have a question. One that I've always found funny is one that in Canada, and I'd also say the USA, we use a lot. And that is when you see someone and you're saying, hey there, how are you?
What's
you
up?
usually say, what's up, or
Was
how are you doing, or whatnot. And here in Germany, people don't say that unless they really are expecting an answer back. You could say, hallo, wie geht's dir, wie geht es dir? But you're usually asking that because you really, really want to know how they are.
Hey, I mean, I'm a talker, so if you guys listen, if I ask that, tell me exactly how your day went. I want to know what you did. I want to know what you ate. I want to know the oxygen you breathed in and what the temperature was like. I want to know all that. I'm one of the rare ones, okay? I do want to hear what you have to say. Now, I might not remember everything in the future because my memory is of that of an Eichhörnchen. But, yeah, I definitely would love to hear, a full answer because I'm sick and tired of asking, hey, man, how's it going? They're like, oh, it's good, and that's it. And I'm like, that's it? It's just good? You don't want to say anything else? Like, but also the younger generation, too, you guys caught on pretty nice. So I feel like whenever I'm like, yo, was geht? They're like, nix. I'm like, all right. All right, good talk. You don't gotta tell me nothing if you don't want to, man. Ain't gotta start nothing, ain't gonna be nothing. Okay.
As in North America, we're like, oh, hey, what's up? Or hey, how are you? And then we just keep walking, you know? It's not, you usually might even answer, good, how are you? But if you don't have the time, you're just like, oh, hey, what's up? And you keep walking. Like, you're not actually asking them a question, which now that I'm saying it out loud, does kind of seem really,
Yeah.
really dumb.
Yeah,
So
I
I
get
do
it.
like the way that they do it here in Germany. If you do want to ask them how they are, it's okay to ask them how they are, but expect a proper response back. And if you don't want a proper response back, then just say, hello. Another
Hello.
very common one for me coming from Canada is that we always say sorry.
Guys, I used to be the same way. I used to say sorry for everything, even if it was something that I didn't do. If you did something, I would say sorry. If you did something, I would apologize for anything, for what I did, for what you did. Like, that's just how I was. I've gotten a lot better with that, but old remnants of that still pop up every now and then. So I see where she's going with this.
Say a German would hate it if you said sorry, but I definitely keep it to a minimum because you're going to notice that not a lot of people say sorry in return. And when I first came here, I was almost offended sometimes if someone wouldn't say, oh, sorry, can you just move over a bit? Or, oh, sorry.
They'll be like, get out of my way. Move. Okay? Hey, you, move. I'm like, oh, shit. It's like that. It's up. Move.
Can I just get past you for a second in the aisle, like when we're checking out at the grocery store or whatnot? And when they didn't say sorry, I was so offended. But it's just not in the culture here. You know, people don't say sorry unless it's something that they really need to say sorry for.
But it's true. It's like, don't waste your sorries, because the sorries just don't carry that much weight if you say sorry for everything. So I know I'm pretty sure someone in the comments was typing away right now. They're like, oh nah, we don't just say sorry for anything. The sorry's got to count, and that makes sense. So when you do get a genuine sorry, it feels genuine because it feels remorseful. It feels whatever. But sorry does lighten the mood a lot. It's like, oh hey, sorry, can I get back past you really quick? Da da da. I'm like, sorry. Ew. You don't have to say sorry. You didn't do anything wrong. Move out of my way, though. Like, oh my God.
So if they're just moving past, they would just say, oh, can I just get past you for a second? It's not something that they would say, hey, I'm so sorry to bug you. Can you just scooch over a tiny bit? Yeah, thank you.
Nah,
When we're at a restaurant, and this is something that has happened time and time again when my family comes to visit from Canada, we really, really like using Amex or American Express. I'm sure in America they like.
Ooh, American Express? Eee, Visa gang. Let's go, man. I don't even use American Express, man. That's, ooh, nah. Oh, no. No.
This too, but they often, or my family and my friends often come here. We're sitting at a restaurant and they'll be like at the end, oh, do you take Amex? And the German waiter or waitress will just look at them and be like, no.
I mean, yeah, I feel like the universal, credit card / debit card, thing is definitely Visa, because they took that in Korea and I was surprised. Like, y'all take Visa, bro? Like, y'all got Visa in Germany too. I know y'all got Visa in Germany, so it's cool. It's cool.
Talked about tap water before, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Tap water.
This is like the biggest discussion or the biggest argument I have with Germans, and I know that in Germany, a lot of people think that it's dumb to give tap water for free. This is one thing that I found really hard to get used to when I moved to Germany. But I respect it and I understand it, and I don't usually ask for tap water for free.
I mean, I'll pay for it, but come on, bruh. I feel like you'll have more. I'll put it this way. If I opened up a restaurant in Germany and I said that all the water in my restaurant was free for anybody, I would have the most business. The fuck? Like, I would have the most business because people can drink water for free 99. Like, they could just come in here, they'll drink some water. They're more likely to sit down. If they sit down, they're probably gonna be hungry. They're more inclined to buy something. Like, I feel like I would take up all the business, man. I would take it by storm. Don't make me start making restaurants out there now. BRAYGANG eats, you know what I'm saying?
You know that legally they have to be able to offer you tap water for free in Germany, but you don't always get the response perhaps you were hoping for. So if you want to ask for for tap water, then be ready for a somewhat snarky response.
But also I understand why they would probably have a snarky response, because it's like, if you ask for tap water, you're also not making them money. So they're like, okay. Because if you ask for sparkling water, at least they can charge you. They're like, all right, like, that's going to be, Fia Euro or something like that. So that at least they get something out of you. But if you ask for tap water, they're like, ugh, he asked for tap water? Ugh. I feel like it's deeper than just not liking sparkling water. I feel like it's a business tactic, because I feel like if you don't drink sparkling water, that establishment doesn't get that money from you. Now, if you order food on top of that, I feel like it's not a big deal. But if you only ask for water, and that's like one of the only things you get, it's like water and something small, then you could have had a bigger bill, and they could have made more money off of you if you ordered sparkling water. I think that's what it really is. But it could be something different. Y'all let me know in the comments down below.
Because not all restaurants are going to want to offer this to you, and many Germans will say don't order the tap water because you're not supporting your local business. Because
hey, on point. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it was a business thing. I knew it was a business thing.
It's where the Germans make the most of their money, in the restaurant business.
Yep, I knew it.
And when we're talking about time, you might have also heard that Germans tend to be very, very much on time. They are not usually late for a meeting or a get-together. Or
I'm letting y'all know this now. So I already knew about this. I know about that. But y'all need to fully understand. And I guess for the people who've been following me for a while, you guys know I am not a punctual person at all. I'll say, hey, I'm going to be streaming at this time. I would definitely wait an additional 30 minutes because I'm always late. I am always late. I used to be like a couple minutes early. I'm either 30 minutes early or I'm 30 minutes late. I'm never on time, man. I'm never on time.
What have you. And they usually do like that you are not only punctual, but that you create or you plan an appointment before just popping by. So what we like to do in North America sometimes is say, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll pop by next week and I'll pick that up, or I'll pop by next week and we can go to the park, or whatever it be. It's just, I'll pop by, I'll just swing by, or I'll come on over, or I'll just ring your doorbell when I'm in the neighborhood. That is not something that you do here in Germany. I've honestly entirely forgotten about that now because I'm so used to this like strict, I pull out my calendar and I write in all of my appointments and whatnot, because scheduling is very important here in Germany. A few more tips for you. I wouldn't say happy birthday, or I wouldn't wish someone a happy birthday before it's their actual birthday. A lot of the time they tend to consider this to be unlucky. I would also perhaps be careful when mentioning different football clubs when you're in a specific city, because rivalries here do get rather heated up. Ooh. I have never seen rivalries like I have for sports as I do in Germany. Like, these people will fight to the death, especially before or after a game. So much so that they usually tend to ban drinking or consuming alcohol in the stadium if you are the away team. Ooh. Also, always make sure if you're going to cheer someone and say cheers or zum Wohl or Prost, always make sure to look them in the eye.
Is that really a thing?
Again, this is just something that
Hold on, I got a question. If you're cheering, if you're like cheering with like 5 people, how do you look at all 5 people? Do I just, Prost? I'm kidding. Obviously, you make eye contact with one of them, I'm pretty sure. One of the people you're cheering with.
And I would also just make sure that wherever you are, you do your research beforehand to see if there are any rivalries in addition to the sporting world that you might need to watch out for. For example, a good local one here would be, you do not talk about how much you love Kölsch beer, which is a local beer over in Cologne or Köln. You would talk about how much you love Altbier. And you never mix that one up because, nobody's going to come and punch you in the face. But, rivalries can be real for many, many people here in Germany. I know not for a lot of the youngsters here, but there is a lot of good old tradition here in Germany. And you definitely need to make sure that you watch what you say to a German. This was a fun video for me.
Okay, that was cool. That was cool. I feel like I've seen so many of these videos, man. I'm pretty sure I'll know exactly what to do when I get to Germany. It'll be polarizing for me still, because it's a different culture. But I've watched so many videos. I've learned so much about the language and stuff like that. Obviously, there's so much more I need to learn. but I feel like I'm pretty prepared. And actually, you guys let me know, how prepared am I for Germany? From everything you guys have seen, let me know in the comments down below, because I feel like this journey, it's been a long ass journey, and I've been asking the question, when am I going to go to Germany? Because I know you guys have been asking the same question. Hopefully very soon. The pandemic seems to be taking a turn for the better, so I mean, expect to see your boy out there doing his thing real soon. I love you guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the future. Bis später, Leute. Ich liebe euch. Ciao! Well, 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 what a pleasure it is to see all of your beautiful faces at the end of this lovely video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sure you know, as I've mentioned in the past, we do have a Discord that's linked in the description down below, and we would love to have you a part of the world's greatest community ever, BRAYGANG. Yes, if you've made it to this point in the video, you're officially a part of the community. So go ahead, join the Discord server. Link is in the description down below. And we also have other social media as well, like Instagram, Twitter. We're live. We go live on Twitch quite often as well. So it would behoove you to, go ahead and subscribe to the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/JamesBrayGang. Join the cause and be a part of the greatest, literally the greatest community ever. Okay, it's simple. Just go ahead and do those little things. We're trying to grow on all these little platforms and everything, and it really means a lot. Now, I know you guys stumbled up across the channel and you're like, what does this guy post? Like, what kind of content does he post? Reactions, vlogs, pretty much whatever comes to my mind. All right, it's random content. I don't know what I'm gonna be posting 10 years from now, but I do know that you can stick along for the journey, and it really means a lot. Now, for every single person that subscribes and follows all of the accounts that I have made, and all the links will be in the description down below, that's an automatic entry for any future giveaways I decide to have. I'll remind you when the giveaways take place, but you'll be surprised what I will be giving away, because you guys have supported me so much up to this point, and it's only right that I do the same thing back. Thank you guys so much for being amazing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.